What is going on, guys? This is a Hawk here, bringing you my very first Let's Play video. This is going to be for the modification Europa Barbarorum II for Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms. This is my very first Let's Play video, so I really hope it's enjoyable. I've got no experience doing any kind of telecasting or anything like that. But basically, I'm a huge fan of this mod. I just really like to record a full campaign and share it with everyone and kind of show you why I enjoy this this game so much. For this Let's Play, I've decided I'm going to be the Aedui. Be sure to correct me if I mispronounce anything. There's a lot of difficult language in this game, but I'm going to use a short campaign to ensure that I can finish it. Otherwise, this might be a really long Let's Play. We don't want that. Difficulty, I'm always going to be using very hard for both the battles and the campaign. I know that in the battle, using very hard is sometimes, it makes things a bit trickier than it might have to be otherwise, but yeah, I mean, as the player, I'm going against artificial intelligence, so anything that makes it more difficult for me, within reason, is to be welcomed, I guess. But anyway, for my Let's Play, I'm not going to be reading any of these huge long descriptions, but I am going to scroll through them really quickly, just for anyone who's watching this if they've never been able to play Europa Barbarorum 1 or 2. These are really great descriptions, lots of history in here. I've read most of this stuff before. This is about the third or fourth campaign that I've played for this mod. I've been playing it for about a year now. But yeah, I'd like to just go through the text, so if anyone is unfamiliar with the history or has this interest, they're welcome to slow the video down and read all of this in its entirety. But yeah, without further ado, it's quite a lot. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. Awesome. Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to this campaign. So I've actually been doing a few things for the mod team. I don't really consider myself like a full member or anything, even though I do help out a little bit. But over the past few months, I've just been so busy doing some audio tweaks for the mod and just this, that, and the other, and just been busy with life in general that I haven't really had much time to play. So yeah, so I'm basically just excited to be able to sit down and enjoy the game. Well, let's do this. Let's select my successor here. I'm probably just going to use my faction error, but let me see here. Let me see here. He is a talented leader, a good tactician. He's got a drinking companion. That's always a plus. Let's just keep it simple. Well, let me Let's see what else we got here. Oh, he's not very loyal, is he? Neither is he. None of them are. Yeah, let's just keep it simple. I'll have my faction heir. Shall give this to my faction heir. It doesn't seem to be working. Oh well. Still not working. Alright, well, we'll figure that out later, I guess. Alright, let me take inventory of what we're working with here. I believe we only start out with one settlement, Bibrakti. And I start out with 8,000 Minai, so... let's take that music down just a little bit. So I've got available to build a farm, roads, strategic fortifications, place of knowledge, and a field of games. Well, this is my very first turn, so I'm definitely going to be looking for an economic boost, which would be one of these three. Let's start off with the fields for now. I can do strategic fortifications next, followed by roads. I don't have any other settlements, so roads won't be too important right off the bat. Speaking of trade, though, we have my diplomat here in what looks like northern Italy, so it would be nice to establish some trade rights, if I can find anybody. Uratakos. I'm not sure what he's doing all the way over here in northern Italy. Here is an Aurunoi family member. I believe they are to the southwest of our territory somewhere. I think in this area. So I'll try to establish some trade rights with them. Oh, we got a general down here. Periatakos. Sharp, charismatic, languorous. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have him come. I'd like to consolidate everybody as best I can. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Europa Barbarorum II, there's some interesting things about this game. All of the so-called rebel towns you see here, these are independent factions. Unlike the original... Let me see here. Unlike the original Total War, or the original Medieval 2 rather, where they're all just kind of generic, you know, slave faction or whatever. In Europa Barbarorum 2, they're actually their own independent tribes. So I find that really a very interesting touch. I think for my first... Where's that spy that I just had? Orgatororos. I'm gonna need him to come back closer to my main body of troops over here so I can see what's going on. I think my first order of the day here is I'm going to go out on the offensive. Arakan. I think that'll be our first target. I'll try to expand westward and establish a bit of a stronghold in West France over here, modern day West France. And my eventual goal for this campaign, just for fun, is I am going to sack Rome. That's going to be my main target. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because the beginning can be quite difficult. I might end up losing the campaign. Oricon. Now that is very well fortified, and their general, Mandubrachios. What we got? Gallic generals, bodyguard, those are really tough. And where's my faction leader? Kokolitanos is... looks good. What do we have for his army? Some levies. These guys are not very useful in an offensive, but they're good to bolster your ranks. And they're quite cheap as well. Oh, relatively cheap, 180 upkeep. So let's consolidate what we've got over here. Here's my faction heir, 10 Corixus. And it looks like that should be enough to lay siege. That would be a bit of a difficult battle. I'd like to get one more unit of heavy infantry if I can. These Bataroi are quite good in a siege, which I do have right here. So that should make for a good siege. So I'll take them in the next turn. Now, one thing you also have to notice is in the beginning game, you start off with quite a large army, and which is very costly, the upkeep that is. So this 6,400 minai that I have is going to be eaten away very quickly. So I'm going to have to. It always pains me to just disband troops, but I'm going to have to disband them, or else I'm going to be really in the red very, very quickly. Alright, so let me just really quickly check up if I'm missing anybody. We've got our faction leader. These guys are all together. Periotakos is going to be coming back up to my capital. And both of these guys are in my capital, Bibracte. Just chilling. That's good. Which of these guys is my general? I mean my governor. Denoros. Now he is a veteran, talented leader, good tactician. Actually, this guy would serve me well on the battlefield if I can get him out there. What is this guy who I'd leave behind? Ah, so he's the bureaucrat in the family. That's perfect. I'll leave him behind to govern. And Denoros, we do have one slot, perfect. Send him over here. Okay. That should be good for the first turn. Let's see. Now, like I said, I have been playing this game for about a year now, but that by no means am I, like, you know, a very, very talented player. So if you've got any advice or critiques, or if I do anything stupid, be sure to let me know in the comments so I can improve, whether that's for the campaign map, if I make any strategic blunders or anything, or if it's going to be on the battle map, if I make any tactical errors or something, or you have any ideas about troop composition, be sure to let me know. I'm always open to advice. So in the beginning here, I probably won't be looking at the turn reports. I'm very, very small, and a very small faction to begin with anyway. Let's do 4 rams, should be plenty. And where's Periotakos? He's still heading north. Now I do want to disband these troops, but I think I'm going to wait until I get back to my capital to do that. Both for, I guess you could call it role-playing purposes, but also I don't want to leave him undefended on his travels back. Let's take my spy here, Orgatoros. There should be a settlement down here, actually. Yes, Massalia. Again, so it says it's a rebel town, but it's this Saluyoi. I mean, all of these are their own independent tribes. I just think that's so cool. And this is probably their leader. Alright, I'm gonna send my spy further north. I'd like to, yeah, I need to see what's going on nearby my borders. See, this is kind of what I was worried about. Hopefully he'll be able to get through here unmolested. And where is my diplomat? Yuritakos. I need him to establish some trade rights as soon as possible. With my neighboring factions, that is. And how are we looking? Yeah, so as you can see, I'm going to be in the red in the next turn, and that's just due to my army. My army upkeep is really high, so... Yeah, I really need to I really need to take this this town, Aurican. Alright, well, it looks good for this turn. I think we'll be going into either fall or winter right now. And for those of you that keen eye, you might notice the top of the screen is a bit blurry. That's totally intentional. I'm running a small post-processor effect. It's like Sweet Effects. So it's hopefully it's not too annoying in the campaign. I mean, everything's still readable, but the purpose of that is for the real-time battles. And again, for these pop-ups, I just want to keep the Let's Play flowing, so I'm not going to read them aloud or stick on them too long. But if you want to read them, you're more than welcome to slow the video down. Alright, so I should be able to assault. We've got 4 rams built, so let's do it. Let me just double check my unit composition here. Army composition, rather. Looks like I've got 4 units of my Celtic spearmen. This might be a bit difficult. Well, let's do it. So let's see what the bar says here. Let's see if it should be like 1-to-1 or so. Yeah, pretty much. But in an assault, that's not very good odds for the attacker. Although I am bringing more units than the defender, so that should be alright. He's got some Gallic nobles. These are very high quality troops. He has Bataroy, as do I. He seems to match me completely. He's got 4, as do I. And these Celtic retainers. Now these are like the creme de la creme. These guys are really, really high quality troops. So I'll keep my eye on them. He's got some Celtic spearmen, same as me. We've got a fairly equal army, actually. It's interesting. But except for the fact that I'm bringing 4 units of General's Bodyguard. He's only got 1. And we don't want to automatically resolve. Let's definitely fight that on the battle map. So... Now I need to be very careful because this is my first battle, but it's also kind of like my entire army, kind of a do or die situation. So let's see here. Weather looks good. Let's start deployment. For those of you who do play, you might be aware of this. In order to activate the artificial intelligence script, you need to make sure that you click here to dismiss it. That'll activate the script. Otherwise, it seems to run some kind of default AI, which isn't necessarily as effective. Some skirmishers, more skirmishers. Put these guys over here. Skirmishers. All right. Alright, I think my the main thrust of my attack is going to come through this gate here. So let's start that, and then I'll use these other rams to open up some more fronts, so it's not too much of a slog. Should be good. see here, we got my levies. Like I said, these guys are not very useful. Not very useful in an assault, that is. On a field battle, they can definitely swell up your ranks a little bit. For that, they serve a purpose. Let's get my heavy infantry over here ready to go in. Celtic spearmen will probably precede them. And again, I think let's open up another portion of the wall over here. Should be good. Oh, and I've got some light cavalry. Now they're probably not going to come in very useful in a siege battle, but you never know. If the enemy decides to sally out, they'll definitely come in handy for that. And we've got some archers over here. Always useful. Looks like our first ram is at the gate. And of course the enemy's got some archers posted in those towers. Take 2 units of these spearmen and put them on this side, should be good. Or those battle roy. Send I'll send 1 heavy infantry to the right over here. My faction leader will be with the main thrust. Should be pause. I'm not sure which bodyguard is which. I can't remember which one's the faction Arab. I think it's this one here with 63 soldiers. So I'll keep him with the main thrust as well.
Hazra! Arido!
How we doing over here? Well, it looks like we've got the first gate down. That was pretty quick. And the wall over here appears to be down as well. That's good. Let me make sure that my skirmishers are all on guard mode. Be good. It looks like we've got their levies, and here's the Gallic nobles, or their retainers. That's what I'm really worried about. Now for the initial... Oh, are they coming out to meet me? That's not exactly what I wanted, but... no, they're not coming out, okay. Just a feint. And we're through on this side as well. Swordsmen. These guys, more skirmishers. Let's pull back our skirmishers a little bit. And we are through on this wall as well. In fact, let's see if we can punch another hole over here as well. The more the better. Perfect. My archers, I do not want them to expend their ammo just yet. I need to be sure that I want to make sure I know what the enemy is doing. If they're gonna all retreat into the town center at some point, then I'm going to want all the arrows I can muster, basically. What are these guys doing over here? Okay, they're putting another hole in the wall, as are you guys. Let's position my my levies up here to get ready for the main assault.
Rex, Rurem. Rex.
Levies and Bataroi and another Celtic spearman. There's their general over there. Let's see if I can hit him with my skirmishers. Just a little bit. Just toss some javelins over that wall. We're almost punched through this wall over here. That's good. At this point, I'm just giving myself some options because this will definitely be the main assault right here through this gateway. What are these guys doing? There we go. Levies. Well, my Batoroi could definitely take these levies on pretty easily. So let's start our engagement here. That'll be good. Oh, these skirmishers are already out of ammo. That was quick. So without further ado, this looks like it's going to be the initial engagement here. If I can attract some of their other Celtic spearmen in this direction, that would be beneficial for taking this gateway. Oh, what are they doing? It looks like they're retreating, so let me send in my cavalry while I can. Should send in everybody. Who are these guys? Where are they going? Oh, they're wavering. That's fantastic. Where's my cavalry? It looks like they're retreating to the town center. So I don't know if I'm happy or sad about that, but looks like we can just start sending everybody forward then. Yep. Well, they're just giving up. If they're going to give up the gate, then that's that. Looks like my light cavalry have caught up. Oh, and they are in a protracted battle. We don't want that. Let's pull them out real quick. Celtic archers. Well, that's not good for them. Their Celtic archers have come forward a bit prematurely, I think. And they're sending their slingers as well forward, or no? I'm gonna take this unit of Batteroy and establish my front over here. And establish another front over here would be good. Set these guys to... Let's do fire at will. When they get into position, they can start lobbing some of their javelins at the enemy. Celtic skirmishers, they won't be very useful for now. What is going on over here? Well, it's a bit of a mess over here now. Skirmishers. It seems like they're sending all of their skirmish units forward first. That might not be the best decision by the enemy general. And it looks like they're about to meet us here as well. Amino! Now I was going to have this unit of Celtic spearmen use their javelins first, but the enemy just kind of popped out before I could do anything, so might as well engage them while I can. Take this unit of slingers over to this side of the battle. We can start peppering the middle. Not really sure what the enemy general has got in mind for me over here. Got some more Celtic spearmen coming out. Actually, this might be a good situation to send in this general's bodyguard real quick. If I can trap them, that would be that would come in very handy. They've already got defeat is certain. Oh, it did. Let's see how we work over here. And here are the Gallic nobles. I'll try and use my unit of slingers here to pepper their Gallic nobles. That would be good. The light cavalry is already exhausted. Time to pull them out. Actually, so both of my levies are here. I'm going to need them to stick close by to my general to prevent them from routing, because again, they're not going to come in very, very handy as a shock unit in an assault.
Gobrim!
close this scroll thing. What is going on with that? Where's this? There it goes. I think at this point it would be best for my general to be nearby here by the main thrust. And it doesn't seem to be looking too good for my Bataroi here. They're fighting against some Celtic spearmen.
Emino! Hazra!
There we go. Victory is a distinct possibility. Now this unit of Celtic spearmen is already getting overwhelmed just by the sheer number of enemies. It would be nice to pull them back, but if they're already shaken, that might cause them to rout. Let me see if I can try and replace them with this fresh unit of spearmen here. Now, if I send my faction leader over there, I should be able to rally them. And eventually I will... There are three main entrances here to the square. So I've got two covered now, and I have this one left open. And it's currently with levies guarding the entrance, so I'll definitely take advantage of that with some heavy infantry in a moment here. Skirmishers actually... So here we've got a unit of heavy infantry, my Bataroi. Get them in place. And where is my faction leader? Oh, they're already routing. I wasn't expecting them to rout, but actually that might come into my favor if they stop routing, because it doesn't seem that they've lost very many men. This should be a good vantage point for my slingers. My general's bodyguard seems to be doing alright, but he's exhausted, so I'm going to pull him out to rest up for a bit. Hopefully he won't lose too many men just trying to pull out here. Oh, and here's their bodyguard coming out as well. This would be a good time to send in a unit of heavy infantry. That might take a while to get there though. Get some close-up of the action over here. So basically I've got a unit of Celtic spearmen. Ouch. Celtic spearmen, and this is the enemy's general's bodyguard here. Circle around with this unit of general's bodyguard as well. They're fresh. So maybe they can come in here and get some charges on these retainers over here. Now my main thrust of the attack was supposed to come from this angle over here, but it looks like it's shifted considerably.
Grim.
They're totally exhausted. I'd like to see if I can pull these guys back really quickly. Again, they're going to take some casualties. They've got 130 men now. 113 rather. Let's see if I can pull them out of there without them routing. That might be difficult. Sometimes you need to cycle out your troops, or else they become very they lose their efficiency very quickly if they're exhausted. So I'm going to pepper the enemy here with some javelins with my Celtic spearmen here. They are totally fresh. Looks like I was able to get the Batteroy out without too many losses. So I'll hopefully get them rested up. And here's a fresh unit of heavy infantry. And another fresh unit of heavy infantry. So this is basically their back door at this point, and it is guarded by levy spearmen. So let's see if I can get into position with my Batteroy, my heavy infantry here, and start hammering them from the rear. That should help out. My skirmisher cavalry are totally rested up. That's always good. And they still have some javelins left, so I'll have to be using them. So here is the enemy's general right here. It'd be nice to confront him with my my family member here. This guy is resting up. He's about half strength now. Where are my archers? I think it might be good to send my archers around to a little bit higher ground. They should be able to have a better vantage point from over here to fire at the town center. Look at that. Oh, great. Here are these Celtic spearmen that had routed earlier. So that was just a short-lived runaway. We'll reposition them over here. And these Celtic skirmishers, they are out of ammo, but they're totally fresh. So I think I'm going to put them in, throw them into the fray here. They should be able to do a little bit of damage, especially with my faction leader nearby. They won't have as much of a risk of routing. Haven't touched these guys yet. So I think I'm going to start tightening the noose, basically. Actually, where did these guys go?
Gobrim.
I believe this is my faction era. I'll see if I can just
Buzz.
toss him into the fray here real quick and see if he can maybe cause a rout. A moment ago, these guys were shaken.
Gobrim. My palms go on.
Here are my slingers. I almost forgot about them. Let's see if I can take out some of the guys in the center there. That looks like a good angle. All right. My general's bodyguard has lost quite a few men so far. I do believe I sent a heavy infantry in this direction, no? Just my levies. Oh, they did rout over here, excellent. Let's pull out my exhausted unit here. Replace them with a fresh unit of Celtic spearmen who are also fully loaded with javelins. Now I'd really prefer not to lose a family member if I can help it. So let me just pull back a little bit. And here's the back door. This looks like a good time to charge in. Now from this vantage point, my archers are also going to be able to deal a lot of damage. I could probably even hit their should be able to hit their levies from this angle. Let's see, we've got alright, it's time to pull this guy back. As you can see here, my spearmen are taking using the last of their javelins for maximum effect.
Buzz!
And it looks like they've got another fresh unit of Battle Roy here. So I will have to match that. Oh, it looks like we've got some guys routing over here. The skirmishers, that's to be expected. Oh, looks like the enemy is taking this advantage to move out a little bit. Swordsman. Looks like these heavy infantry are doing a good job against the levies over here. Just hacking through them. As long as I can open up one out of these 3 entrances, I should be able to do all right. Shit. All right. Swordsman. See if I can drive these guys off with my oh, yep, they're broken already. Excellent. See if I can get rid of them with my faction leader here. Excellent. Although this battle here, they're wavering, that's good. But not broken just yet. In a siege battle like this, ooh. Oh, I really want to be able to cut these guys off as well. Oh, come on. These Batroy were... As soon as they get back to the town square, they'll stop routing. But if you can see over here, these guys would be trapped if I can get a unit over there. These damn Batroy, come on. If these guys can rout, I'll be able to send, even the levies would do a good job. All they have to do is surround these couple units. That'll probably cause them to rout, and then I can hack at them before they get back to the town square. Defeat, there we go. I don't think they can throw javelins from this angle. My faction leader's already exhausted and wavering. Let's hope he can get out of here without routing. There we go. That was close. Well, these guys aren't looking good either. And there they go. Well, at least they're running in the right direction. These guys are still exhausted, huh? So are they. Oh, excellent. So this unit of Batroy is completely fresh versus the enemy, which is probably almost exhausted by now since they've been fighting my spearmen the whole time. So that should be good. This flank is a little less... Yeah, these guys are already a bit shaken. Let's see if I can give them some support with my cavalry. Toss some javelins in there. They do seem to be advancing, though. That is daunting. My archers stopped firing, but they still have some ammo left. It would be nice if they could maybe concentrate fire on that general's bodyguard. You guys need to relax, go off skirmish mode. What are we doing over here? Ooh, my faction leader really got cut down. 25 guys left, and they're exhausted. Yeah, it's a bit of a slog. I mean, these siege battles sometimes can be. They can take a long time. Field battles are a lot faster. I mean, you can basically just rout the entire enemy and then you're done. But with a siege battle, sometimes you just get stuck like this. Oh good, these guys, oh, they were wavering. Let's see. Again, if I can just get one opening here, I'll be able to infiltrate the square and then basically really surround these guys from all sides, especially over here. Oh, this doesn't look good. I think that's what it's going to have to be. If I can just break through over here, then I should be able to help out towards where my family members are. As well as this flank over here that's basically being entirely held by this unit of Batseroi who are doing great. Look at that. I think it's because their front line is all levies. I do have some Celtic spearmen here as well, though. It's a beautiful game. Gotta give big credit to the modders. The models and the textures, just everything is amazing in this game. Alright. Stop messing around here. I think 52 bodyguards cavalry should be able to make short work of these spearmen here. Should be able to get them to a route right here with my family member. Look at these guys. They're probably totally exhausted going up against my totally fresh family member. And here's their bodyguard as well. Might as well engage them. Now with this heavy infantry, I should be able to squeeze by the Gallic bodyguard and come up to the rear of these retainers. And that would help me rout them. I don't know if my levies... it says victory is certain, but I don't really see how they'll be able to stand their ground against the retainers. Let's see. Now my heavy infantry are totally exhausted, but again, it's the psychological factor. If you pinch this guy in, they're going to rout. And again, you can see the morale on these levies. I mean, obviously they're losing men fast, but it says victory seems certain, but you can see that they're already shaken. They're not meant to fight in prolonged combat. Alright, this family member is rested up, so I'm going to send him back into the fray. Uh-oh. Now, as I was afraid of, these guys are on the verge of wavering over here. Gotta give them credit though, look at that. I mean, they've pushed up all the way from this line, basically. It's very impressive. Let's see if I can bolster their ranks with these skirmishers who work in a pinch. I've got my archers here. Should be able to rain some arrows down on somebody. Perfect. Actually, they are facing away as well, so that should do some good damage. Oh, we're facing away. How are we doing on this flank? Come on, guys. 100 of you against 40 of them, and they're exhausted, probably. Oh my gosh, look at that carnage. Celtic skirmishers. Let's see if I can just push through here. I mean, I've got so many men. I'm all tired, but... Let's see if I can just get these guys to rout. Open this up. I mean, if you overwhelm the enemy, there's not a whole lot they can do.
Boss!
These retainers are still holding up. Alright. 62, they are wavering. I should be able to cause a rout with this totally fresh General's bodyguard here. Let's see if we can do something. Come on, guys.
Rex. Aban. Abido. Aban. Hasra. Boss.
I'm also concerned still here about losing a family member. I really hope they can hold their own because they're going against Gallic nobles and the enemy general here. Who's only down to 4 units of cavalry though, that's good. Light cavalry. Let's see if I can send my light cavalry around. They are fresh. Again, I just want to break one of these. Oh, here we go. I need to break one of these sides so I can get in here and surround them. Oh, this is not good. They're already wavering. Where is my faction leader? Oh boy, come on, these retainers. I'm telling you, these guys are tough as nails. Look at this. $32. I really need them to rout so I can get in here and save this family member. His morale seems to be back up, but they're not going to last long. They're totally exhausted and they're going up against these Gallic nobles. My archers are out of ammo completely. Oh, somebody's routing. Oh, looks like those retainers finally got routed. Excellent. Okay. Alright guys, looks like we're closing in for the kill here. If I can I'd like to pull this family member out, hopefully without any casualties though. But again, they're completely exhausted. They're just... What are you guys? You guys are fresh, so I'll leave you in for a little while. One of you... These spearmen here still have some ammo left, so... Where was their general? Oh gosh, there he is. Only 3 units left. Look at these. The Batoroi are amazing. An amazing unit. Get some close-up action here. Ooh. Oh, they won't be lasting long. Alright, I'm gonna just send in my levies here. See if I can just get them to march through this mess. Cause a bit of a rout. How we looking? Come on, guys.
Abido, Hazra!
There we go. Let's get them routed. Let's send the levies on these spearmen over here. And where was the Batoroi? They're shaking, huh? See if I get them to use some of their javelins. Oh, what a slog, man. Look at this. And I still haven't taken out their general yet. Alright, I'm gonna have to pull back another family member here. Just let the infantry do most of the grunt work here. Got my levies. What else we got here? Again, I mean, they don't have a lot of units left over here, but these guys are just elite. And I've got levies and some spearmen who are completely exhausted. But my faction leader is right around here, so... should be able to keep their morale up. What do we got over here? Some skirmishers that had routed earlier. You guys can come back and join the fray. Now the goal here will be to take what troops that I do have over here and hopefully pin the remainder of their army right here as far away from the town center as I can. Oh, there's their general's bodyguard. Look at that. He's the target of all of these javelins. That's funny. Actually, let's see. Somebody else is routing. Oh my! See, my skirmishers are routing. 200 strong, and they can't take it. Again, not the wisest choice for an assault against a hardened enemy. Levies are doing alright though. Let's see. What was that cavalry? I want to send this light cavalry against their general if I can. Actually, I'll leave that honor for a faction member if I can. Oh, unless he gets himself killed. Look at this guy. Oh, there he goes! I believe that was him. Yep, there we go. Alright, well I guess that's going to be the end of the, that's going to be the end here. These guys won't be able to last much longer after that. The end is nigh, my friends. Look at this, just pure carnage. The visuals in this mod are just, sometimes I can't even believe this is Medieval 2. Look at that. Gotta hand it to the modders, really. Oh, the light cavalry. Exhausted already.
Brim! Buzz!
These guys stop routing. That's good. Let's send it. Oh great, these guys are about ready. About ready to rout. I'll send in my heavy infantry from the rear. See if I can get them to rout. Again, it's so close to the town center. It might not make any difference, but... what we got here? I think I'm just gonna try and push through again. See if I can get my family member to get through this mess. They're totally fresh and rusted, so there we go. Just get in here. There we go. Should be good. And this side looks like it's totally cleared up. Excellent. Let's take my remaining reserves here, bring them in, and take the square. So over here, we're still going against their Gallic nobles, although they're down to 19 men, and the Barbarorum down to about 30. It's a shame everyone's just completely exhausted. Actually, no, that's actually... It's good, let's just send them into the fray. We got some more Celtic spearmen. Let's see if I can march them through this mess. And my Barbarorum, who should be matching their heavy infantry. Slingers are pretty much useless at this point. In fact, I'll just let them hang out back here. No use in losing any of them. Aha, good. Looks like I'll be able to get through this a little bit with some of my spearmen here. I'm surprised I haven't actually taken the square yet. Usually the counter would come about now. But yeah, their forces are basically entirely divided now. This is going to be the big remainder. And then over here, where's my faction leader? He is exhausted. That is a dangerous situation. I don't really want to get him into a fight right now, even against such a small number of the enemy. Because being exhausted, it's this guy's fresh. Being exhausted, it would be difficult to ensure his survivability. He might die. Now, Celtic archers I would normally leave out. However, they're actually fairly decent in melee, and they're entirely fresh. So I will also send them into the fray. Look at that. Alright. What do we got here? Skirmishers. Here's somebody routing. What a mess. Let's see if I could send my skirmishers to the backs of these Gallic nobles. Same with these skirmishers. And heavy infantry will concentrate them on the enemy's heavy infantry right here. Will be fine. And that's basically it. Oh good, my faction leader is finally not exhausted anymore. He's been resting for ages. Let's send him into the fray for the honor and glory of capturing the city center. Here he is right here with the horned helm. We'll just send him to get their heavy infantry. And as you can see, the proportion of our troops has us taking over the center now. But one of the features in Europa Barbarorum is that excuse me. One of the features is that the timer, as you can see, is set basically at infinite to prevent any kind of like gamey sort of wins. So basically that means that we're going to have to take out all of the enemy here, which will not be a problem though. What are we doing over here? This has got to be one of their last ones over here. There he is. Just take him out. There we go. And that is it for this flank. So that's basically what we're looking over here. Let's just take everybody and concentrate them on the remaining enemy. That'll be that. Pure carnage. Send them all in and enjoy it. This is for increasing the dominion of the Aedui. Behold. I'm gonna take all of these veteran troops one day and sack Rome. That's the plan. My gosh. Take a survey of that battlefield. It was definitely a costly siege, but there's just no way around it. And if everything goes as planned over here, I won't lose any family members, which is always important.
Aedui! Vivonatai!
Let's take a look at this part of the battlefield here. It was a hard-fought battle. Well, the enemy did put up a good fight, I'll give it to them. Not a whole lot of tactics involved, but they successfully defended for as long as they could. Are we looking over here? It's quiet all of a sudden. Just got it. There we go. There's somebody else. Oh! Let's turn off. Who's throwing javelins?
Rex?
Where is he? Way over here. Somewhere. I hear somebody charging.
Rex?
Where is he? He's over here somewhere.
Amino! Rex! That's right! Buzz!
Take him out. There we go. Alright, good job, guys. A well-deserved victory. I'm curious what the stats were on this. Oh, that's not too bad. So as you can see, I lost about 1,200 to their 2,790. Well, it's not as impressive a showing as I thought. I figured somebody would get more experience than that. Let me see here. As you can see, my my general's bodyguards did pretty darn good for themselves. Got a lot of kills. Celtic archers. Wonder how my slingers did on this. Yeah, they did 194. So that might even 205. Batoroy. I'm always curious who the most valuable units are. As you can see, the levies not so impressive, despite their size. All right, well, excellent. That's good for the first episode to get a nice battle in there. Although it is a bit of a slog. Like I told you guys before, it's sometimes siege battles can be like that. I found that the large cities are usually a little bit better for. I don't know, they've got a little bit more room, a lot more avenues and streets and things like that to close off. But when you get a small village like this, it sometimes does devolve into this, you know, massive push, and everyone's just got to take the center for that. Great. All right. Well, that's a good way to start the campaign. We got our first settlement. And I think I did not check the... it is green. I'm just going to occupy it. As far as I know, the culture of these two villages is about the same. Arukan, let me just check really quick here. Yeah, so as you can see, they are Western tribal states. In EB2, the culture is extremely important when you're going to be. It's a very important factor to take into consideration during your conquest, because if you, for instance, when I do eventually go and sack Rome, which is one of my goals here, it might be difficult to hold on to it because of that culture penalty. It's as the conquering nation, it makes it. It increases the unrest like exponentially. But as you can see here, when you've got two heroic savior, oh, I've never seen that before actually. Cocolatanos, very cool. Never seen that before. I've seen veteran warriors and the like, but not a heroic savior. Anyway, I was just going to say when you take settlements, you have to pay very close attention to the culture, because the culture penalty can result in increased unrest and things like that. So we've got the captured settlement there. Now, unfortunately, my finances are still in some trouble, so... Okay. So I'm going to need to... really need to get Periotakos back here and disband his followers. It's really hitting me hard in the pocketbook. Although on the plus side, because the like I was just saying, the culture penalty is not very high in Aurakan. That means that I should be able to disband some of my troops here. So I'll merge them, and probably these. Let's see. The Bachelori are going to be the most expensive that I have. Levies with no experience, won't need them. Let me see here. The levies are 180. I guess the levies would be disbanded after this. Go back to the fields, basically. Archers I'll hang on to. They're not too expensive upkeep-wise. Skirmishers, I don't think I need that many, that's for sure. You guys, actually having one should be fine. Oh, doesn't even seem like it's made a dent. Well, let's see here. Samon, it is fall. So next, the next turn will be winter. Maybe that's why the income is so low, because they won't have any harvests or anything like that. And I still have not established trade yet. Started so far away from everybody. Where is my spy? Orgetoros. That general. Not to be trifled with. So here is the border between our territory and the closest faction, which is the Arunoi. Arunoi. Again, please correct me if I've got any mispronunciations here. I think my strategy my initial strategy anyway, is going to just be to branch out maybe to another independent faction to the north here. I don't really want to piss off any of these factions right nearby me. I'd like to trade with them, actually. In fact, I'd also like to get an ally, would be good. If possible. Yeah, so here we go. Here's another settlement. Altricon and Mandalonios nearby. That might be the next target, although it might be a while again until I'm able to go take them on. I need to get my finances under control here. Skirmishers and slingers are free upkeep. I'm trying to think what other areas have free upkeep. Actually, these oh, okay, excellent. Yeah, these minor settlements, if you take them, you can get some free upkeep with, I think, any unit. So that's good. That'll free up a little bit of money here. see.
Rurem.
Alright, well that'll be good for this round. Let me just hit end turn, and then I'll probably finalize this. That'll be the end of this this first episode. Pretty action-packed, I have to say. Please don't invade me. The Pritanoi. Do you have any trade requests with me? No, nothing? Just trying to bribe me or something? I think after I establish some trade with these nearby factions and just streamline my army a little bit by disbanding a few more units from that southern army moving north to the capital, I think I'll have my finances back in check. Then I can, yeah, I see it's winter now. Then I can construct some more buildings that will have an economic benefit. Good. What is this? Winter is a time to muster armies. Just as nature takes rest in winter and prepares for the next year, so are the soldiers resting in their quarters and preparing for the next campaigning season. Exactly. Okay, so basically in the winter you're actually able to recruit a lot. The recruitment pools go up a lot because they it sort of helps represent that everyone's out of the field and you're able to train and prepare for the what would you call it, the campaigning season, which is the following spring and summer. Navi, alright. These guys are a little far away from me to have any sort of material impact on my campaign at this point. So let's Periatakos here. That's odd. Periatakos de la Cocorianos. Why do they have different names? I must be missing something. Alright. Well, that's good. He made it safely through this dangerous territory of all these independent factions. So he's back safely, and I will be able to disband his followers. I wish I had actually just kept that Batoroi, but that's alright. I was going to try and send one into this settlement here for the free upkeep. No worries. Oh, there's two villages up here. Ultracon and Bachumakos. Now the Suibas are also around here somewhere. In modern day Germany, I believe, somewhere up here. Might be able to establish some trade relations with them as well. Where is my diplomat? Uritakos. Is that going to be... Nope, too far away to talk, alright. Here's their diplomat, the RNI. Good. Let's do some trade rights, which is a generous proposal. And their wealth is meager. Let's see if I can get a little bit of tribute from them, maybe. Be balanced. Let's see if they'll take that. Excellent. So they'll pay me tribute for 5 turns for the right to have trade. Works in both of our favors. What are my relations with them anyway? Let's see here. Reasonable relations. I'd really like to get those up actually and maybe establish an alliance with them. Although preferably I'd like to establish an alliance with a faction that's not bordering me, so maybe the Sweepers would be a little bit better for that. I think they're somewhere over here. Or the Boi. Where's my spy? Well, that's interesting. It looks like my finances are sort of leveling out. That would mean I could disband somebody else here. I mean, I'm going to need some semblance of an army, though. I think I'm just going to take my chances for now. Alright, let's do it. And turn. Oh, I said I was going to end the episode, didn't I? Alright, well, that's fine. I'll leave it at there. Let's see what happens with the AI, and then I'll call it a day for this episode. Still nothing from them. I was expecting them to offer me trade rights or something. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like I said, it's my very first Let's Play that I've ever recorded, and I've got no experience whatsoever doing any kind of telecasting or what have you. So I hope it's been somewhat enjoyable, and I know that I do have like minimal commentary, but hopefully if you've got any advice or anything, just let me know. Definitely want to make this as enjoyable as possible for you guys who are taking the time to watch it. And for the battles, I'm always trying to give you good angles and explain what I'm doing and so on and so forth. So without... Oh, we got 2 comings of age. That is a blessing and a curse. Alright, let me see. Because of their upkeep. Oh, great. That's... Our farms are finally completed in our capital. And for some reason it says that my treasure is going to be low. That's probably from the 2 new generals that were just added. Alright, well, let's save, and yeah, so check it out again. Maybe next week I'll upload a part 2 of this Let's Play. I'm excited to keep going with it. It's very fun. I'm going to be going to Japan in a couple days here. I'll be there for 4 or 5 days, so I won't be able to record anything during that time. But yeah, after I get back, I'll definitely be jumping back into this campaign, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. Have a good one. This is Hawk signing off.